If I had to start over today from scratch, here's exactly what I do. If you guys don't already know who I am, my name is Thomas. I've sold over $7 million on Amazon by the time I'm only 22 years old, but we're going to get right into it. It's like a whole blueprint today I'm going to be giving for beginners going from zero to their first $10,000 a month doing the Amazon wholesale business model, which I have been doing for the last 5 years. Okay. So step one is obviously form your LLC. So what we're going to do here is go to busy.com, click pick entity, LLC, and then click the state you're in, California, click start my business. Next from here, let's do start over. I already have one. Hang on, it's loading. Now you want to click the basic package for everything and just pay the state fee. You don't want to pay for any of this bull crap. And just get started. And from here, it's pretty simple. You're just going to put in your personal information for LLC name. I'd recommend anything like just distribution.com. Distribution, you guys know how to spell it. I don't need to do it for you. Just Distribution LLC, and then keep it pushing. Okay, so that's first step is just forming your LLC. Obviously, it legitimizes your business and is required by suppliers and Amazon. Not necessarily Amazon, but just suppliers. Okay, now we need to get a resale certificate, aka a seller's permit. So for me in California, I just search seller's permit California. But for you, wherever you live, just put your state and it'll be very similar. You have to go to your state website, like for example, right here. Actually, no, not this one. The state website, ca.gov, this one. And then you go to how to apply for a permit, register online. And then you do register for a permit license or account, register a new business activity. I'm the owner of the business. Next. No, next, and boom. Again, just personal information as well as some business information, and you'll be on your way with that. Step number 3 is also getting an EIN number. So just search up EIN and then go to the irs.gov website. Now you're going to come to apply for an EIN. It's probably going to be closed right now. No, it's still open, but sometimes they do close. You have to come back during their working hours, but click begin application. Do limited liability company, LLC, click continue, continue. Now you want to do one member and then pick the state you're in, California. Okay, continue again. Let's do started a new business, continue. And then boom, just more personal information and business information as well. And you guys have to do both of these only after you get your LLC fully filed and everything. And by the way, the only thing I would pay for with busy.com, they try and upsell a lot. The only thing I would pay for is the 2 business day acceleration for the filing time for $50. Now you don't have to wait the traditional 2 or 4 weeks, whatever it is, and waste precious time. But we'll move on. So step number 3, open an Amazon seller account. So you're going to go to sell.amazon.com and click sign up. I can't do it because I already have a seller account, but there's going to only be 3 questions you do not know. The rest are just personal and business information questions. As usual, fill that out to the best of your ability. If you guys get stuck on any part of these applications throughout this entire process with the legal and Amazon seller setup, just ask ChatGPT, upload a screenshot, it'll tell you what to put. But for the 3 questions that are yes or no on the Amazon application that you won't know, just click no for all 3 of them. Okay? Pretty simple there. Step number 4 is opening up a business bank account and get a business credit card. A credit card is not necessary, but it just obviously helps. And opening up a business bank account is good because it keeps personal and business separate, of course. And cards like the Amex Blue Business Cash, Blue Business Plus, or the Chase Inc. line are great because they have 0% cash. 0% APR for the first 12 months. That's their introductory offer. So that is very beneficial because you could use credit. Say you get a $10,000 credit limit and you have 0% APR for 12 months. You basically have $10,000 to utilize on inventory for free for 12 months. So you could use $10,000 the first month, make 30% ROI, get a $3,000 net profit on money you never even had before, and then just reinvest that and compound. And that will grow tremendously fast as long as you stay disciplined and reinvest all profits for 12 months straight. Okay? That's why you guys need a business bank account and business credit card. Obviously, don't spend credit or money you don't have until you actually know what you're doing and are very confident in the business. Okay? Step number 5, find and contact authorized distributors or brands. So this is the easiest method I like to do. Just search a brand or a niche, for example, nutrition, and then wholesale distributors right after it. If you guys want to start getting different results, you could also start to put in large port cities like Los Angeles, Miami, New Jersey, just search large port cities and start to put it in here, and you'll get different results. When you're looking for wholesale distributors, you want to skip all the sponsored listings and just start with all the organic listings here. Okay, so for example, we'll start with these three. Sport Life Distribution. I already know from personal experience, legit authorized distributor you guys could go open an account with today, and they'll probably have some good profitable items. But we are doing Amazon wholesale at the end of the day, so we're looking for name brand products that people already know, like, and trust, and that are being sold on Amazon that we could go ahead and piggyback off of and jump on the listings, buy for low, sell for high. It's the whole point of the business. Okay, so you can see all the featured brands, name brand products that people already know, like, and trust right here. When you're looking for wholesale distributors, you want to avoid distributors or suppliers who are advertising towards any sort of e-commerce, third-party, online, Amazon sellers. Anyone advertising towards you, specifically an Amazon seller, stay far, far away from there. 9 times out of 10, not legit or authorized distributors, and your account will either get permanently shut down from Amazon, or you will just get scammed by the supplier altogether, and you don't want to do any of that. Okay, and if you guys want me to personally vet your suppliers and products so you don't make any costly mistakes as well, make sure you apply. Link in my bio for direct mentorship with me. I do all this basically for you guys and teach you how to do it, and make sure you don't make any costly mistakes that people would otherwise make if you tried it on your own as a beginner. Okay, but now you also want to stay away from suppliers who are also advertising via Telegram, WhatsApp chats, anything like that, and they're offering you product on a silver platter, giving you ASIN, which is Amazon Seller Identification Number, ASIN, buy cost, ROI, low BSR. If they're handing you products on a silver platter in a Telegram or WhatsApp chat, or just over email or anything, stay far, far away from them. Never work with them. And again, if a brand, or not a brand, if a supplier is listing their products and just giving you prices and you're able to add to cart without ever making an account or anything, that is also a red flag for the most part. So you want to see stuff like this where it says log in to view price, and you can't just add it to cart. You have to actually have a wholesale account and go through an entire process of creating a wholesale account. So for example, become a customer, and then boom, you have to fill out all your business and personal information. This is pretty standard when it comes to distributor accounts. These probably take 10 minutes to fill out and apply. And yeah, so where are we at? That's how you find wholesale distributors. For example, this one, Muscle Foods USA, is another good one you guys could go and try and open an account with today. And if you guys are always or a little curious or worried if they're not an authorized distributor or not, you can always just call the brand. For example, Alani Nu. Just call the brand Alani Nu, say, hey, I'm a retail business in XYZ location. We are looking to purchase your brand through this wholesale distributor, Muscle Foods USA. Can you verify that they are an authorized distributor of your brand and supply chain? If not, can you provide me a list of your authorized distributors? That cuts through all the bullshit very fast. And yeah, you'll find out really quick who's legit, who's not. And then you could also search their addresses up on Google Maps and see if they actually have a warehouse location, or if they have signage of their business and their distribution company up on the wall. If it's like a office building, they might have signage. If they have signage, it's probably a really good sign. Okay. Same thing with sports nutrition distributors. They're also another legit wholesale distributor. You guys could reach out to all 3 of these today and open accounts and try and open accounts with them and buy profitable products from them. Okay. So you're going to want to contact them via email or phone. Those are really the only 2 options. Phone call is obviously preferred. Getting on the phone and talking with the sales rep will always result in better open rates. And then also use a professional email, not just a thomas@gmail.com. You want to use a thomas@thomasdistribution.com. So you want to get up a domain from GoDaddy.com. It will be like a couple bucks a year probably when you're first starting out. And then link that domain to a professional Gmail account. That way you actually come across as a real business. The biggest thing when opening accounts with wholesale distributors and brands is coming across as a real business and not just an Amazon seller. At the end of the day, selling on Amazon is just a sales channel, right? Selling on Amazon is not the business. The business is online retail, or just retail trade, commerce, buy low, sell high, right? And so that's been around since the dawn of time and will forever be around at the end of the day. So, you're just utilizing Amazon as one sales channel of the business. Okay. So, Amazon sellers typically have a bad rep when it comes to wholesale distributors, and they don't really want to work with Amazon sellers because most Amazon sellers are in it for get rich quick and don't take it seriously or don't take it like as a business at all. And so you're going to need to craft your pitch a little bit better than, oh, I'm an Amazon seller, let me open an account. If you guys want to learn more about that, go watch one of my other YouTube videos on sourcing and opening accounts with distributors. I go over exactly how I open accounts personally and give you the scripts along with it. Okay, I believe I just posted that video a couple days back, so go check for that one. Next, let's see. Step 6, use a prep center. So you're going to find a prep center in the same time zone as you. I use prepcenter.com. Click find a prep center, then click filters, and then lift gate required, no, and then max turnaround time within 48 hours. And I live in California, so I want to make sure I find a prep center in, somewhere around California, just anywhere within the same time zone as me. That way it doesn't cause any communication errors or delays for whatever reason. Okay. And so the way you want to go about looking for these is, for example, we could click on Hex Prep. See 24, 48 hour turnaround time, lift gate not required. That's good. You want to make sure they actually have real reviews, right? On prepcenter.com, a lot of people have fake reviews, and you'll be able to tell if they are all submitted on the same day. So if all of Hex Prep's reviews were submitted on July 15th, that's typically a bad sign, and that they were just botted fake reviews. But they have the reviews very spread apart, so these are real reviews. Okay. Now from here, you want to click visit website and check pricing. Okay. Pricing is very important, and for the most part, it's around 50 cents to $1, $1.25 per unit with wholesale. And so prep services pricing, wholesale, 0 to 999 units a month is $1 per unit. Anything above 1,000 units per month is $70 per unit. So that's great. Now the next thing you want to do is just check their address and make sure that when you search this address on Google Maps, that it's actually a real warehouse address and not just some house or some office building or something like that, because the whole point of a prep center is it's supposed to be a warehouse and commercial address. So you want to take their addresses, put it in Google Maps, and verify that they're actually a legitimate warehouse, because at the end of the day, these distributors will be searching up the address you submit to them. And when you're using the prep center's address, it needs to be a commercial warehouse address. That way they actually treat you as a real business and open that account as well. That way they have somewhere for their trucks to drop off your shipments. Okay, so that's very simple. Step 7, analyze products for profitability. Again, I have another YouTube video I already made about a full deep dive on how to verify profitable products and verify winning products. So make sure you go check that one out after this video. But basically, we use Keepa to check sales history, price stability, and number of sellers. We use tools like AZ Insight, AMW Scope for profit calculator, and checking, like sales per month, and then just a bunch of other things. AMW Scope actually has like a little AI feature that gives any product like a resellability score, like how friendly is it for third-party sellers to sell it. It goes from 0 to 10. Obviously, 10 being this is great, this is the best product ever if you can source it profitably. 0 being don't touch this product. I wouldn't really go anything below a 7 on that scale. And so obviously only buy products with proven demand and stable pricing that you can make a profit on. When you're placing your first purchase order, you always want to start small, go wide, not deep. So what that means is you always, rather than just getting 500 units of one SKU, you want to get 5 different SKUs with 100 units each of those SKUs, okay? And so when you're first starting out with your first wholesale purchase order, you probably want to start off kind of small with like $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 on the first order, get your feet wet, see how the sales cycle works. And, at the end of the day, just get proof of concept, see the sales come in, see the profit come back into your bank account, get comfortable with the entire process and business model, and see how it all works before you start to throw a lot of cash into inventory. That way you're comfortable, okay? You always want to be ordering 2 to 4 weeks worth of inventory to test the product. I always recommend just testing with 30-day sellout time for a test order. So if a product sells 100 times a month and there's one seller on it currently, and you could be the second seller, 100 divided by 2, 50 sales per month. So I would buy a test order of 50 units to make sure I sell within 30 days or less. Okay. Next, you want to make sure you're building a real, genuine relationship with your sales reps for better pricing over time. Okay. So at the start of it, the relationship with any sort of wholesale distributor you won't have the best pricing or you won't have the best opportunities when it comes to deals and, getting profitable SKUs. But that's just part of the business. This is a very long-term business and you need to treat it as such. So make sure you are actually building genuine relationships with your sales reps and wholesale suppliers for the long term. That way, down the line, you are getting favoritism kind of and just getting fed good deals and good pricing and the best pricing you can possibly get. And that just starts out by you putting in an order, right? Whether you're breaking even, taking 5%, 10% ROI instead of the typical normal 30% ROI. Just get your foot in the door, put it in an order, and make the sales rep money. Because if you're making the sales rep money with a purchase order that's not making you anything, it's making you 5-10% ROI. It's like whatever, you're not losing money. You're still building up account health, account reviews. It's still all good for your account, and you're still making a little bit of money while furthering the relationship and building that relationship further. Okay, because down the line, the more they start making from you, the more they're going to start to like you and start to offer you better pricing. That way, they start to make more money. At the end of the day, as long as you're giving them money, they're making money. They're going to want to give you better pricing to make you more money. That way they make more money. It goes full circle. Okay. So next, once you place an order from your supplier, say you buy from Sports Nutrition Distributor, it's going to go straight to your prep center. Okay. This is where the prep center comes into play, and the prep center is going to prep it specific to how Amazon FBA and Amazon fulfillment centers require your shipments to be. Okay, so once your prep center receives the shipment from the supplier, they're gonna do all the just the checks, making sure that on the invoice it says you're supposed to get 100 units, you actually got 100 units. There's no discrepancies or anything like that. The product's in as new condition, all that kind of crap, and then they're gonna prep it, send it off to Amazon FBA for you. Okay, so either your prep center or supplier. Typically, suppliers don't really send to Amazon fulfillment centers, but prep centers do, and it's either going to be your prep center or you who are making the FBA shipments, like in your Seller Central. Sometimes prep centers do the actual shipment creation for you as well, as long as you give them access to your Seller Central, which is good. Okay, then once your Amazon or your inventory arrives at Amazon FBA, it's time to reprice and reinvest. So use a repricer called Aura. Go here, goaura.com. It's an AI-powered repricer. And basically, this allows you to win the buy box. And the buy box is where 82% of all sales on Amazon come through. Okay. If you don't know what the buy box is, let me show you a little example. Let me pull it up real quick. Let's just find this crap, whatever this is. Okay, this is the buy box right here. This little box that says the price, buy now, add to cart, ships from and sold by Amazon or a third-party seller. Okay, so 82% of all sales on Amazon.com come through this buy box. And so Aura gives you the best opportunity to be able to win this buy box when you're competing against other sellers, right? And so this basically does it all for you, and it's powered by AI, so you don't really have to do too much at the end of the day. It's pretty easy once you set up an Aura strategy and your minimum ROI and everything like that you want. And then from there, your items are going to sell, you're going to make your profit, and that's when it comes time to reinvest your profits. That's how you actually grow and scale the business, especially if you don't have too much money to start out. So reinvest about 90 to 100% of your profits into new inventory when you're just starting out. I always like to use this analogy. It's if you start with only a $2,000 purchase order of your own cash, you only put in $2,000, you never put in a dime of your own principal back into the business except for the profits, just reinvesting the profits. If you get $2,000 first order, make 30% ROI every 30 days. After 12 inventory runs, so 12 months, you're going to have $46,000 in cash just from letting the 30% compound and reinvesting profits. Okay. It grows super quick as long as you stay disciplined. And just focus on replenishable products and scaling supplier relationships. At the end of the day, you make your money in the buying process with your distributor. So as long as you're focused on building real, genuine, lasting relationships with your suppliers and sales reps, your business will last a very long time. Okay, because they're the ones who are making you the money at the end of the day. If you're getting better pricing from them, you're making more money. If you're getting worse pricing from them, you get less money. You're making less money. Okay. The selling the product on Amazon is the easiest shit in the world to do. This is the easiest part ever. You just list it, have Aura do the repricing, it's sold, it's done. Amazon handles the rest. Okay. So it's not that hard. You make your money in the buying process right here, building relationships, getting better pricing, all that kind of crap. Okay. So from here, you can build out systems. A lot of this could be done with AI as well now. AI very, very much so helps. You can hire a VA if needed. I'm pretty sure ChatGPT just came out with an agent section of ChatGPT as well, which will probably replace VAs very, very soon. And then you just repeat the process, expand into more brands, categories, keep building supplier relationships, negotiating better terms, better pricing, all that kind of jazz. And you will be well on your way to your first $10,000 a month doing the Amazon wholesale business model that has made me $7 million in revenue in the last 5 years. So if you guys like this video, make sure you like and subscribe. Again, if you guys want to work directly with me, make sure you click the link below and apply to join my mentorship. I basically just accelerate the full path to success for you. Make sure you don't make any costly mistakes and make sure you eliminate the whole trial and error process that I had to go through, which took me 5 years to get to this point. So if you guys are interested in that, make sure you click the link below and apply to work with me. And if not, go watch my other free YouTube videos. You'll get a bunch of value from those. I'll see you next time.